The hype is real. The kit for Darth Revan is here, and it is amazing. I have been making Darth Revan speculation videos as far back as October 2016. It's 2.5 years later, and he's finally here. And it looks like the kit is entirely around Sith Empire. And that's important because they're going to add the Sith Empire tag to not only Bastila Shan Fallen and HK-47, but the Sith Marauder, Sith Assassin, and Sith Trooper. And there will be a special bonus if the team has entire Sith Empire. The only thing that I'm worried about, though, I'm going to say this several times in this video, hope it does not become a nightmare on mirror, where the only thing matters is who has the fastest Sith Assassin. Could be a thing. We will see. Strengths, new synergies with Sith Empire characters, extremely effective against enemy leaders, extremely effective against Jedi and Revan. I'm just going to put that out there at the start because it is. New debuffs, fear and ferocity, and we're going to go over those two quite a bit in detail. Now, there's 3 Zetas on them, one on the leadership and on each unique, and we're going to go over the leadership first because I think it's important to talk about the leadership and the uniques before we talk about the attacks. Final text, Zeta. Sith Empire allies are immune to turn meter reduction. Oh, boy, that's a counter, a direct counter to Rebels and Commander Luke right there. While they are debuffed, and they're always going to be debuffed because of the ferocity, and we're going to talk about ferocity in a minute, they're always going to have ferocity, and that is a mechanic that hurts their defense and tenacity, but boosts the offense and potency. Gain 10% critical chance and 15 speed for each of their own debuff, and they're going to have tons of debuffs. It's crazy. My mind's going to explode when this actually happens. At the start of each Sith Empire ally's turn, they gave 5 stacks of ferocity for 2 turns. And what ferocity is minus 15% defense and minus 15% tenacity, but 8% offense and 8% potency. Now, I just want to say this. The way that the potency tenacity calculator checks when an opponent is trying to land a negative status effect on, let's say, a Sith Empire, even if the tenacity is minus 1,000 and the other person has, let's say, plus 1,000, there's still a 15% chance that it won't land. That's just the way it's coded into the game. Right here at the start of the battle, if all allies are Sith Empire, they have a 50% critical damage. So having a team of all Sith Empire, and I could see a team of using all the characters here on the screen behind here without Sith Marauder. I think Sith Assassin for the speed, and then also Sith Trooper was put in all of the teams on that screenshot. I think Sith Trooper is going to be very important. Plus, I think a lot of people already have Sith Trooper at Gear 12, and then just all of the synergies with HK and Fallen Bastila, which we're going to cover here towards the end of the video, are going to be important. And let's just keep going. It gets crazier and crazier and better and better. At the end of each turn, if an enemy falls below 50% health during that turn, inflict death mark on the enemy leader for 1 turn. So if you're going after General Kenobi or Cyan because he's taunting, well, then death mark will show up on the leader, like Jedi Knight Revan. And this cannot be copied, dispelled, or evaded or resisted. Now, they changed the way the mechanic worked with death marked, but basically, the way it was in the beginning, that marked and taunt had priority over death mark, and they changed that last week so that when death mark goes on the leader, as in the case of this leadership ability of Darth Revan, you're going to be able to choose between the taunting tank or the leader that has death mark. Now, the only thing I think that could be a problem is Jolee. Typically, you're trying to take out Jolee before Jedi Knight Revan because, as you know, revives, but the death mark seems really good. We're going to see how this works. It's pretty exciting. Oh, my goodness. Let's keep going to the unique now. There is a Zeta on the leadership, and there's a Zeta on each unique. The first unique Conqueror says, Darth Revan has 100% defense penetration. At the start of each Sith Empire ally's turn, dispel all foresights on all enemies which can't be evaded. No more foresights. All the foresights are just going to be gone. Oh my God, Grandmaster Yoda. Oh my God, this is just going to obliterate Jedi Knight Revan teams. I can see that. When a Sith Empire ally is inflicted with ability block or stun, nope. They dispel that debuff and gain ferocity for 2 turns. And that ferocity is that minus 15% defense and tenacity and plus 8% offensive potency. Wow. And then it gets worse and worse and worse. Enemies Can't assist or gain bonus moves if their attack is targeting Darth Revan. So no, Jedi Knight Revan cannot just target Darth Revan turn 1 because there's not going to be bonus moves or assist. General Kenobi will not be able to do the swarm attack on Darth Revan. My goodness. Seems like a lot of this kit is counters to counters. Counters to specific mechanics on the other team that they're anticipating. Unique number 2, Villain. And this is Zeta also. When Darth Revan uses ability during their turn, if the selected target is already afflicted with Death Mark, Fear, or Corrupted Battle Meditation, we're going to go over the Fear mechanic here in a minute. Corrupted Battle Meditation is going to be all over the place because of Fallen Bastila. I think she has to be on this team no matter what. Darth Revan immediately uses Lacerate, and Lacerate is his basic attack. And I like the way these attacks work. Plus, they look really cool. Lacerate looks amazing. Deal special damage to target enemy. Inflict buff immunity, always useful on target enemy, and the enemy leader for 2 turns. So if you have to hit the tank, General Kenobi, buff immunity is going to go right on the top of him, but it's also going to go up on Jedi Knight Revan. Amazing, right? If the target is the leader, then reduce Darth Revan's cooldowns by 1. And so that is the Lacerate mechanic, which is always going to be going off whenever Revan uses an ability, Death Mark, Fear, or Corrupted Battle Meditation. And I think those are going to be all over the place. He'll get that extra attack with Lacerate. When Fear expires on an enemy, and we're going to go over the Fear mechanic here in a minute, they also dispel all buffs on themselves. Fear was a new mechanic introduced. We took a look at it the other day with Fallen Bastila. Her stuns were changed to Fear, and we're going to talk about that here in a moment because this dispelling of all buffs on themselves is important. When Darth Revan's health falls below 50%, it is equalized with the other healthiest ally. So you're gonna have to kill him quickly, but he's gonna have tons of health gain regeneration if he's paired up with Fallen Bastila. This is the unique to Fallen, which is a new one that is going to be added. If Darth Revan is the leader slot, Bastila and Darth Revan have 70% max health and have 70% health steal. Darth Revan also recovers protection for Corrupted Battle Meditation, and enemies afflicted with Corrupted Battle Meditation can't inflict debuffs. They're not going to be able to inflict debuffs if they have Corrupted Battle Meditation, and that's going to be all over the place automatically. Oh my god. And then plus, of course, anti-Jedi Knight Revan centered negative synergy there with Bastila. Bastila gains advantage and foresight for 1 turn at the start of Jedi Knight Revan's turns, just to mess with Jedi Knight Revan owners. My goodness. Oh, let's get into the 2 abilities so we can get a little bit more detailed into Ferocity and Fear. Force Storm, cooldown of 3. Boy, take that, you Tuskens. I'm sure Tuskens have no chance whatsoever against Darth Revan whatsoever. Deal special damage to all enemies and shock them for 2 turns. All Sith Empire's allies gain 5 stacks of ferocity for 2 turns. This attack can't be evaded. Boy, 5 stacks means minus 15% times 5 defense and tenacity. 8% offense times 5 and potency per stack can't be copied. And then, of course, because of the leadership ability right here, gain 10% critical chance and 15 speed for each of their own debuff. Oh my goodness, Force Storm seems really good. All right, Insanity, and this is going to deal with the Fear mechanic, which also Fallen Bastila has. Deal special damage to target enemy and inflict fear on them and enemy leader for 1 turn. If the target is the leader, so if you're targeting the leader, everybody over there is going to get fear. Or if the leader's defeated, they're all going to get fear. And this fear mechanic is going to be very important because it can't be copied, dispelled, or resisted, and this attack can't be evaded. It means that this is going to be happening no matter what. Check this out. Miss the next turn, can't use abilities, and can't evade. My goodness, that's not good. Increase the cooldowns by 1, which is better than ability block because it can't be cleansed. Now check this. This is kind of an important mechanic. Fear expires on taking damage from an attack. Now that sounds like a bad thing, but on the unique ability, when fear expires, they lose all of their buffs. When fear on an enemy expires, they also dispel all buffs on themselves. So at a minimum, fear is going to increase their cooldowns and get rid of all of their positive status effects. Or if you don't attack them again, it's like a stun. It really is. Miss the next turn, can't use abilities, can't evade. It's almost like a miniature isolation, miniature fracture right there. And if you're targeting the leader or if the leader's dead, it's going to hit everybody. Seems really good, my goodness, guys. And just to make things even more crazy is the unique on HK-47. Enemies with protection up can't gain bonus turn meter. Oh boy, that's going to negatively impact Yoda when he has bonus protection up. Nest, Treya, they can't gain bonus turn meter, and that's on HK-47. So, are you ready for this? Are you excited? I'm excited. I think I'm ready. I feel like I'm ready. I'm working on HK and Fallen. The only thing that I'm really worried about, frankly, is that this is going to become who has the fastest Sith assassin. I hope it doesn't go down that road where whoever goes first wins or something like that. I'm really dreading having horrible mirror matches, but maybe it'll be really fast instead of really long and slow like Jedi Knight Revan. It seems to be complete opposite, which I do like. Okay, well now it's time for the giveaway. Really hope you liked this video today, because if you did, you are in luck. For every single person that likes this video, you will be getting for free in your account an 8-star midriff Padme. This is not a scam. Yeah, I'm ready for some of that. What I mean is I love all this Old Republic content, but it's been a year and a half or so. I kind of want to get to some clone rework, maybe, Padme, even original trilogy, of course, Jedi Luke and all that stuff. But Darth Revan hype is real. I'm ready. It's going to be insane. I will be making tons of videos about it. I promise. I promise we'll be making tons of videos on how to beat it, how it works, all of that stuff. All right, guys. Thanks for watching, and keep on gaming.